Welcome to AlbumFace. If this is the first time you are watching, you are welcome. AlbumFace is a creative Christian conversation, and today I'm having a conversation with my mum. Welcome, Mum.
Thank you.
For a Mother's Day special, so you are invited to our conversation. Okay, so Mum, let's kick off straight away, get the questions in. Okay, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I want to know who your favourite TV or film, you can have TV or film, mother is.
Okay. Okay. I think the person that I can look back that stands out for me in terms of her display of wisdom in her relationship with her husband, her daughter, and her husband's brother is the movie, Lionheart. And the key lady's mother, her name is Onyeka Onwenu. I hope I pronounced it right. But basically, she in her loving relationship with all these three key figures in her life, she displayed wisdom in that she did not pick sides in that relationship, even though the matter that was at hand was a very key and important matter to all three people and herself. But she still managed to hold her own and apply wisdom every time without taking anybody's side and still loving everyone and still being responsible and faithful to each and every one of them. And I thought that was such a display of wisdom that I noted her role, the part that she played.
Yeah, and it's even the examples you're giving is scriptural, isn't it? To not come between family members in that sort of way. So it's interesting that you point to her as an example, her character as an example of a TV or film mother in this case. I think my examples of favourite film mothers, maybe are not as deep, but I think my favourite TV mothers have more maybe of a comedy feel to them, and one of them that I'm thinking of I really enjoyed, I don't know if you actually know this programme, something that my brother and I used to watch when we were younger, but from Malcolm in the Middle. The lady had 4 sons and they were absolutely crazy. They're absolutely crazy. I mean, it was a fantastic programme. It wasn't necessarily trying to teach any lessons as such. Actually, maybe it was. I haven't watched it once now that I'm older, so who knows what values were actually in there. But she really knew how to kind of rally those children. Right. And she had her moments as well, but she was a really interesting mother. I've forgotten her name. But my ultimate favourite has to be Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the original Aunt Viv. I like them both, but for me the first one, she really just had something about her in the way that she disciplined them, in the way that she kind of encouraged them as well. She like maybe similarly to the characteristics you were saying, there was a certain level of wisdom and humanity as well that came across through her character as well. And I'll give honourable mention to a British TV mother, because of both are American examples, and Shirley Ambrose in Desmond's, because she was phenomenal. So you've got to give Shirley Ambrose her due, credit where credit is due. So, Mum, talk to me. So on AlbumFace Reflections, usually just share sort of an example of where God has shown me something through something I've been watching, whether that's a TV programme or a film. And you gave a really great example in a session that you were doing of God talking to you when you're watching The Lion King. So I was like, Mum, you've got to come and share this, and Mother's Day's here, so here we go. So Mum, talk to us about this, how this came about. And
Okay. Yeah, we went to see Lion King, your father and I, as you know.
Date night.
Yeah, the latest one that they've done, and we really enjoyed it. It was good. But as we got to the end of it, and I was sitting there watching Simba decide that he's going to return and take back the throne, take back the land after that. What was
Nala.
Nala, that's it. Nala had, given the counsel that she could give to him. What I saw, just as he comes to the place of inauguration, if you like, and leading up to it, we see that everything began to fall together. You know, once he finished with his uncle, and he decided they were going to confirm him. Everything, you know, the land began to give its yield. All the animals came together in peace, and there was tranquil and peace, and everything looks flourishing. And I just at that time, I kind of sensed God saying to me, you see what happens when you take your place. And I thought, oh wow, I've seen Lion King in the other when it first came out, and in cartoon type, but that thought never came to me, and I thought I had to ponder on that, and I had to come away to actually look at it. And I suppose in a sense, where my mind went to looking at scripture would be that of Gideon in Judges. You know, in Judges, how Gideon was more or less had to be talked into taking up his role and his place, and the question for me was the fact that we all know that, or many of us know that, it says that God has had a plan for each of our lives, and we all acknowledge that, but too often we don't necessarily look deeper into it. And you may think, oh, why doesn't he pick somebody else? Why is he having all this conversation with Gideon? Even though Judges chapter 6 onwards, you can read the story there, and not go and pick somebody else who's more ready. But God has plans, and he has his purposes, and he made those plans before we were even born. So we owe it to ourselves to agree with him. So that's what he has kind of actually come to pass with us taking our place, and others also being able to take their place also, because it comes together just like it was in the film. You know, what's the girl's name? Nala couldn't take her place without Simba taking his place, and so there are people waiting for us to take our place. Yeah.
Wow, yes. All that from a movie, okay? All that from date night, you know? They went out to watch a film. And the live action, it was amazing. Amazing film, as I said, an amazing remake. And thank you, because, it just shows, just that small inkling of a film you've seen before as well. Well, maybe in a different light. This was the live action one. Yeah. But, that message kind of came about, like you said, you saw the flourishing, the different animals coming together, and even people being able to eat again, because the land had been starved. It's a little bit scary actually thinking about how important it was for Simba to take his place, in that parallel you make with Gideon, because it became a great deliverance for the whole nation. Because he took his place. That's right. It's my mum, guys. It's my mum. So, there you go. I'm not going to add anything to that. That is our AlbumFace reflection for today. So, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, and all the different social medias. We are out on our MyAlbumFace. So, thank you again. Thank you, Mum.
Thank you for having me once again.
And happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.